I'm so glad that you joined us today. We are in an ever-evolving, kind of crazy business. If you're like me, you got into this business to help people reach for the stars, to reach for their dreams, to achieve their goals, to own a home of their own. Regardless of why you got in though, hopefully you're here for the long haul. I'm here to stick it out for hopefully another 20 years or so. This business is ever evolving and changing, and I think is so much fun. Today, let's talk about the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, commonly referred to as RESPA, but you might also hear it referred to as Reg X.
RESPA became a law in 1974 and was originally administered by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, commonly referred to as HUD.
According to HUD, RESPA is designed to help homebuyers be better shoppers and to eliminate kickbacks and referral fees that unnecessarily increase the cost of settlement services.
Specifically, Section 8 prohibits someone receiving anything of value for a referral. Violating this cost will cost you up to a year in jail, a fine up to $10,000, and treble damages. That's 3 times, if you want to do the math, of any loss to the consumer. Yikes, let's not go to jail.
Authority for administering this reg was granted to the CFPB on July 21st, 2011 via Dodd-Frank. The CFPB has made sweeping changes to the regulation, commonly referred to as RESPA. This is where the TILA-RESPA integrated disclosure, often referred to as TRID, comes into play, among many other changes. But along with the changes to the regulation came changes in enforcement. The CFPB has a lot of teeth, and they can come after anyone deemed to hurt the consumer. That includes you and me.
While I know that neither you nor I want to cause harm to the consumer, there have been over 8,000 pages of new regulations implemented since the real estate bubble burst. That's a lot of new rules to digest.
If you've been keeping up with the PHH case, then you know there's room for misinterpretation by even the smartest people who are avidly looking out to protect the consumer. Specifically, the CFPB changed the rules that HUD set out and gave clear guidance on, and replaced them with enforcement actions. Think big, gigantic fines. Originally, PHH was fined $11 million. And when they appealed their fine, Richard Cordray changed the fine to $109 million. Arguably, he did this just to send a message that you should not contest your fine. I love the way 2 fellow industry guys put it. What they said was, it's like a policeman comes out and says, you can cross the road right here. And then you cross the road right there where he told you. And then he gives you a $1,000 fine for crossing the road where he told you to cross the road. Not cool, in my opinion. The other example they gave was the speed limit is 35 miles an hour. You drive 35 miles an hour, just like the posted speed limit. Tomorrow, the speed limit changes to 25 miles an hour, and you drive 25 miles an hour. However, you get a ticket for driving 35 miles an hour yesterday. Seems a little bit unfair to me. But regardless, you still have a business to run. So what does this look like for you?
So let's take these pens for example. How much do they cost? $1, $5, $10,000? The answer very well could be $10,000 if not purchased correctly. So how does a pen cost you $10,000? You need pens to run your business. Maybe not if you're 100% digital, but my guess is you use pens in your day-to-day operations. So they are considered a business necessity. If a lender or title company goes out and buys a box of pens like these from an office supply store and gives them to you, those pens could very well cost you $10,000 in fines. Now, if the same lender or title company gives you 50 pens like these, but the pens have their name and number on them, then those pens are free to you because they market the person who is giving them to you. It's a small, subtle difference that could end up carrying a hefty price tag for one of these pens. So here are some rules of thumb. Does it defray your regular operating expenses? If a lender or title company provides anything, including something as simple as a pen, that you would normally have to buy yourself, then it is defraying your cost and it is not acceptable.
Are you the only one being promoted? If multiple people are paying for something, but only one person is being promoted, then this is a giant red flag. Each person contributing to the cost needs to be promoted. This is true if it's an open house or even online advertising.
Are you paying a proportionate share? So you did what the previous question addressed, and everyone is being promoted. But is everyone paying their proportionate share? If yes, this is great. If no, then it might be an issue. Everybody needs to pay based on the value that they are receiving.
These are just a few thoughts on the current state of RESPA. The good news is that if you keep those guidelines in mind, there are a lot of joint marketing opportunities that you can do to grow your business. The team here at Starkey has some great ideas on how we can work together to grow both of our businesses. The market is on fire right now and is a great time to skyrocket your business. So get in contact with one of these highly talented and knowledgeable LOs to see just what opportunities lie ahead. There you go. Yeah.
What are these? And why do they look like a zebra?
Price tag for one of these pens. So here's some rules of thumb. We'll cut that back.
RESPA keep,
How long did it take somebody to put this together? And why doesn't it bounce?